mind around how I could get him in such a way as to where there was no possible way he could one up me. And I thought he doesn't have a drone, but I do. So I thought it'd be pretty epic to walk my dogs for once, right? Gather their poop and then fly it over with my drone to his house and release it on his front lawn. And all I thought to myself is, if this thing lands on somebody else's house, it's gonna be a problem. Like if the whole thing just falls out of the sky.
But for these neighboring friends, they've created more than just social media hype.
There goes the neighborhood.
Some people are probably like, here these guys go again. And then there's the other people are like, here these guys go again.
Or, yeah, they're watching out their windows so jealous they're not playing with us.
They've created a home.
I just wanted to have a collection of memories where I just do the dumbest things to him.
Also that, I guess.
And everyone in their neighborhood should expect the pranks to continue.
I definitely have some things up my sleeve.
I do. I definitely.
You don't even sound confident right now.
I got some things cooking. Because the thing is, it's reactionary. I have to wait for him to do something. Oh yeah.
Making this neighborhood prank war one for the ages.
You're a special kind of piece of work, man.
Step on the truck! Do it, wait on it! Wait the other way. I don't know where it is. You're a little bit and you know you can get out. You're like,
There was this guy that lived across the street making death threats.
no, no.
You know, really getting worried that he might start hurting people.
Seen the dogs biting a lady, that's when the dogs came up near our house.
Americans have been spending more time at home than any other period in modern history, and they've gotten to really know their neighbors. For better
Out of this neighborhood.
and worse.
Hey, that's my car! Shoot with them!
There is Tiger.
From home sweet home to battle zone, these are
Stuff that thing up your...
It's early evening in Seattle, Washington. And this flannel-wearing man is out for more than just a neighborhood stroll. He's casing houses. The stranger checks a back door, but it's locked. So he heads around the corner to look for another way into the house. But what he doesn't realize is that the homeowner, a member of the United States Marine Corps, has been watching the camera feed all along and is now silently following him. The intruder heads for the front door, leaving himself trapped in a corner for the Marine to make his move. Just out of the camera's view, the homeowner has wrapped his arms around the intruder, and the two are struggling at the front door. They come tumbling down the steps. Tussling on the ground, the intruder quickly discovers that he's no match for the hand-to-hand combat training of a Marine. Meanwhile, the homeowner's wife is already on the phone with police. After an intense struggle, the intruder accepts his fate and stops resisting. Having protected both his home and neighborhood, the Marine keeps the situation under control until officers arrive. It's important to note, law enforcement does not encourage homeowners to get in physical confrontations with intruders, even if they were trained by the Marines. Many years ago, Michael Sandusky moved into this quiet Florida neighborhood. It seemed perfect for his young family, and they had no idea about the problems that lay ahead.
When we first moved in, my son was 2 years old. It was in 1994. There were quite a few senior citizens living around us. There really weren't too many families. The wife saw the house and said this was it. So I bought the house, and we got along with all the neighbors, went outside for barbecues, and didn't have any problems.
But later, Michael starts to notice the behavior of one of his neighbors.
There was this guy that lived across the street. He just seemed unkept, unbathed. He'd only come outside when other neighbors were outside talking or during events like the 4th of July. And he'd get a little loud, and then he'd start drinking and would start throwing things and yelling obscenities. And we'd just kind of like avoid him and go away.
Oh, he's riding a bike without the tires. When I was younger, I got a video camera for Christmas.
He's opening a beer bottle with a wrench.
No matter where I was videotaping in public, anywhere we'd go. At the beginning, we didn't want to encourage the behavior, so we would be a little candid with the camera, whether it be in the garage, just sitting there with a tripod. At the beginning, you had videos of him getting on the tractor, going around the neighborhood, driving it through people's yards, mowing a stripe.
You want to go for a swim? I'm getting out for a swim.
He'd fill up a kiddie pool out in his front yard and sit in it fully clothed. He had an air horn that he put in his window that every time he walked by it, he'd lay on the air horn.
He would get a lawnmower and intentionally run it through all the debris in his yard to make as much noise as he can while shouting all sorts of different things.
You stupid idiot.
To eventually at night where he's just constantly sitting outside screaming things over and over and over again that people would quote.
I'm done with you people. I'm leaving here.
All the way to where he's sitting in a tree
You're filming!
saying, "Are you filming me? Are you filming me?"
I mean, it just would go on all day and all night long. It wasn't until much later that things progressed to get much, much worse with the getting drunk and going outside and streaking in the middle of the street.
Soon, the neighbor seems to start testing the Sandusky's limits, sometimes posting up just inches from their property line during the day
You stupid dumb.
and at night.
There's a few videos of him yelling across the street, making death threats to not just us, but other neighbors,
No. No.
yelling, kill, kill, kill. So we started, really getting worried that he might start hurting people.
One night, the Sandusky's fears are in danger of becoming a reality when they're awoken by flames.